Hello, we're back with another podcast episode. Welcome to my Wild Knitting podcast.
Certo.
Cozying up. So, it's pretty cold and the winter is arriving, and I feel pretty excited for the future, but also a lot of things are happening, and I have many projects today to show you. I'm always like, shall I film or record a knitting podcast? No, I can wait and I'll have a little bit more to talk about. And then I'm like submerged by knitting projects, and yeah, I hope I'm not gonna overwhelm you. Usually when the episodes or the videos are too long, or in general, I try to put timestamps, which are little chapters, and I'll divide the video in different little chapters, and so you can skip ahead, or you can click on the timestamps and decide what you would like to watch instead of just, listen to me for an hour or so. You'll find the timestamps along the time bar, of this video, or in the description box. There will be little times in blue, I think, so you can click and you can check the different chapters. I hope I've been clear, but yeah, I think it's helpful, especially when you are not interested in a specific project that I'm talking about. Then you can go to the next one, for example. And also for the future, if you want to rewatch, I don't know, want to make that specific project and rewatch that little part where I talk about it, and to see how it turns out or something, you can just click on the timestamp. I think it's a good invention or good tool that YouTube implemented. Yeah. So welcome. We're here again. I am wrapped up in knits, two of which I finished, so I'm gonna talk about them. I have quite some finished objects and some work in progress projects. Even if I haven't knitted as much, I feel like a lot of things are changing in our life, lots of changes. So I've been focusing on the changes instead of on knitting too much, but I still got things done. So really proud. It's pretty windy. Okay, so the first finished object is finally my Calville Shawl by Gabriella, Merryweather Knitting Podcast. It's an absolutely beautiful design, and I'm absolutely proud of myself for finishing it and for knitting it. The drape, it's stunning. The color is right up my alley. It's just, everything is beautiful. I've played a little bit with mohair and non-mohair sections. As you could see, you can really definitely see it. So the moss stitch section up here has mohair, and then there is the lattice section, and it has no mohair, and then mohair, and then little section no mohair, and then mohair again. I don't know why I've done that. I think at some point I was bored of having mohair. I wanted to just see how the colors of the other two yarns that I was pairing together. I used 3 yarns, laceway yarns, held together, so it was a little bit fiddling. This is why it also took quite long time. Yeah, I wanted to see how the other 2 colors would play together, and it's much more beautiful without the mohair, in my opinion, because it's a lot more vibrant, the color, whereas the mohair sometimes kind of clouds the colors, which is fine, but yeah, I wish I didn't use the mohair at all from the beginning, but with the mohair it's a little bit warmer, so that's okay. And yeah, I love it. This project, I've knitted it as part of the knit along that I'm hosting until December, and it's the Shall We Shawl knit along. If you want to participate, you just make a project, a shawl or a scarf, anything shawly, and you add the hashtag on YouTube on Instagram, for example, Shall We Shawl Cal, or I'll put in the description box the Ravelry link of the group I created. There is a thread about finished shawls and projects, and there you can upload your project, and then I'll finally pick a winner. So very happy with this one. I think I'll reknit it in the future because it's such a beautiful design. She made an amazing job, the designer Gabriella, and I love to support her. I love to support smaller designers. If I'm gonna knit this pattern again, I think I'll use a thicker yarn and go up needle sizes, so it will become bigger. Now it's a good size, but I like big blankety shawls. So yeah, I really like it though. It's Micke also told me it's probably one of his favorite garments that I knitted for myself. It's very elegant, I think, and I've been wearing it in different ways. I've been wearing it just as a scarf like that, or like a proper shawl. I've been wearing it as a little skirt, the kind of thing, as an Halloween costume. I've been the Esmeralda from the Hunchback of Notre Dame, I think it's called in English. And I've been wearing that along with my Sophie scarf, which is another Finnish object. This is the Sophie scarf. I've knitted it. It's a bit weird, the shape, because I've been wearing it as a headband in different ways. I usually wear it like either on my neck, but I like to wear it a lot on my head like this. I know it's a little bit childish, I guess, I don't know, but I really like it to wear it like this, and it's really good for washing my face. Instead of buying those plastic things that keep your hair out of your face, I use this, or it's so versatile. I think the Sophie scarf, I can wear it as a headband. Now it's a little fiddling here, but yeah, I've been wearing it quite a lot since I made it. Now I don't know if this looks okay, but I've been wearing it in different ways, and I'm gonna make a lot more, especially for Christmas gifts, because it's such a quick, easy to knit, and I think really nice gift. I used some scrap yarns. I used the Love Note cashmere and merino base from Ruby and Roses yarns. I had little skein or ball left from a cardigan that I've made, and then I paired it with a silk mohair from Drops and that I had in my stash, and I made this. So it was really nice. It's a really nice scrap yarn type of project because it requires very little amount of yarn, and it's a good pattern, nothing really special, but I think it's cute. And I'm gonna make more. So I have another Finnish object that I don't have here. Maybe, wait a second. Can you come here a second? Yeah. The Finnish object is wearing it right now, so he'll show it. This is another finished object. Can you? I finished the hat for Micke. I kind of copied the decrease or followed the decreases of the crown of the watch cap hat by Purl Soho. Got inspired by Inga from Knitting Traditions. But how do you like it?
I like it.
You like
it's
it?
like the thickness is really good. I had a hat before that was too thick and like heavy and stuff. Like maybe this could have been like a bit lower, we talked about, but
yeah, I think it's quite
at the
large.
end of the day, it's the thickness is good, the lightness is good, the heating is good. Like
It doesn't itch.
no, it doesn't itch, which is nice.
Nice.
And seems to stay clean and
You've been wearing it quite a lot.
yeah, I have it also indoors now.
Yeah.
I like it.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
So that was another finished object. I used a merino wool that I had in my stash. I think I bought it in a store nearby, and I have no idea what brand. And yeah, I remember it was a merino, and it's not itchy. It's super washed, probably. Yeah, it's quite. Yeah, I will really like to find the rustic fiber. I think we introduced the fourth, finish object, which is this one. I think this yarn, which is an unspun yarn from Sweden. The name of this yarn is Nutiden. The company is Höner och Kär. And I think this yarn could work for Micke as well, because it's not itchy, it's very soft. It's very soft, it's impressively soft. But I finished this as well. Let me show you the full garment. I was cozying up here. Okay, this is the finished garment. It's quite cropped, as you can see. What I think I will redo is the sleeves. I want to decrease a lot and kind of like have the ribbing a lot tighter, so it will be warmer, because now a lot of wind goes through. But I really love it. I'm wearing actually another knitted garment by me underneath, but I really love this scalloped hemline. I love this garment so much. I'm very happy. It's kind of like a raglan jumper. I did this modification. I did yarn overs instead of the increases that the pattern recommends. So I did yarn overs instead. And I don't know if I like that. I mean, I think it's cute, but what I'll do in the future, if I will reknit this garment, and I think I will, I think I'll do the normal increases that the pattern recommends, but I like it like this. What I'm not sure, as I said, are the sleeves. I'll unravel the ribbing and decrease abruptly and I'll have a much tighter ribbed cuff, can you say that, and longer, so it will be warmer, because now it's cold, it doesn't work. So I haven't blocked it. That's what I do. I mentioned it before with my garments. I don't block them straight after I finish them, unless they are like shawls. Shawls, I block them, I think, most of the time, or things that are not jumpers. I block them straight away, but in this case, with this jumper, I didn't block it. So I think I'll try to unravel it, even if this yarn is really nice. It's an unspun yarn. I love it. I love the gentleness of it, and it really teaches you to be gentle with it. I said it before, it's so gentle, and you either get super frustrated because it breaks all the time, or even if you hold it double, for me it was breaking a lot. So either you get frustrated or you really re-teach yourself to have a different tension and be more gentle with it. And that's what I've done. And it was such a meditative and special process for me to knit with this yarn. And it's spilling a little bit. Spilling, but that's okay. And the color, I really love it. It's kind of like a grayish, beigeish color. It's very simple, kind of neutral, and it's the color Vägen hem, which means the way home. So fits really well with my cup. Okay, so we have 4 finish objects. Do I have anything else? Finish object. Oh, I wanted to show you. I still have some yardage left from this project. I bought 300 grams, a 300 grams bag of Nutiden, of this yarn, and I have still this much left, which I think is maybe 25, 30 grams, maybe 50, I don't know. And I think it would be enough for me to not hold it double, but hold it together with a silk mohair and maybe make a hat. I don't know, or a Sophie scarf. A hat, I think it would be nice. So that will be the future of this yarn left over. And I still have also this, which was a project I frogged to unfrog it. So there's still quite, yeah, I have quite a lot of yardage left, I would say. And I knitted the size first, I think. Yeah. And it has quite some positive ears, like, yeah. But first thing first, I think I'll rip off the cuffs and the crease abruptly and knit them again. And then we'll knit a hat with it. We'll see. So those were my finished objects. I think I've been quite speedy, but good. So we go into the whips. I have quite few whips, to be honest. So the first one I want to show you is a project that I tried to knit with the Nutiden yarn, with this yarn, but I also filmed a little vlog about it, but it didn't work. It was too massive. I cast it on the smallest size, same needles, but the gauge was completely off. It was massive. I mean, you saw it here. This was the size of it. It's basically 2 times me, even more. So I decided to cast on the same project with another yarn. I'm starting the second skein that I balled up by myself, by hand. And this is a yarn that I received from Iveta. Thank you. She just contacted me and she said, I have extra yarn that I think you will like. It's rustic. It's from a family meal nearby in Lithuania. Let me send it to you. And I was like, yay! And she sent me, I think, 4 skeins, massive skeins. So I could create a sweater out of it. For now, I'm knitting it as a vest, but we'll see, because I don't really use vests so much. We'll see. But it's a beautiful yarn. It's very rustic. And I hand dyed it with a little bit of onion peel, so it's not as white as when she sent it to me. It's just creamy, like has a kind of cream color, apricot-y, light apricot cream color. I'm knitting the Winterberry vest by Emily Foden. It's curling up a bit. And the only modification I have done is I've not knitted any bubbles on the back panel. I decided this is gonna be the front, I think, maybe. Still not sure, we'll see. And I tried it and it was too big. I wanted it to be kind of a little bit more, still have some positive, but not positive is, but not too much. And it was still quite big when I knitted this much. And so what I've done is that I slowly decreased these sections. I've decreased them a lot, so I messed up a little bit the stitch count, and now I'll have to do a little bit of math, but yeah, it's okay. And it will be a bit more like cinched on the waist and the front, I guess. We'll see. So I did a little decreases, but that's beautiful. Now it fits really well. And I love it. I really love how this looks. Really love it. However, I have been really looking at my wardrobe and realizing how much I want and need more cardigans in my life. They are a lot more versatile for me. I prefer cardigans than jumpers. That's what I realized. Of course, it's beautiful to have some jumpers, but that's what I'm gonna do in the future, knit more cardigans. So I think I'm gonna stick this, but I'm not sure because I have never done it before. So I could stick it here. So this could be the front and knit like a cardigan, pick up stitches along the armholes and just knit long sleeve cardigan. Or it could be a cardigan vest, like an open vest. Even if I would like this to be the front, but I'll have to figure out how to stick between the bubbles. I think it could work. But I've never stick anything before. I think sticking and brioche and intarsia knitting are the three are the three knitting techniques that I've never tried. I've never done. So those are the three milestones I'll need to reach at some point in my life. And I'm quite, how do you say, scared of messing up things. I would like to find a sticking video that really shows how to do it the easiest and most effective way. I don't really want to use my sewing machine, to be honest, to do this, but we'll see. Or it would just become a vest for me, or a jumper, we'll see. I really love it though. I love this pattern. It's really clear, it's really beautiful, and very beautiful. Very my style, I would say. Love it. And I'm knitting on it slowly. Loved it. Then another project that I would like to stick. Stick. I've made some progress on this jumper. I don't know if you can see much with these circular needles, but last time that I showed you, I was here, I think, and I've knitted this much, maybe 10-15 centimeters. I don't know what I'm doing here, no idea. This section is completely improvised. It's really strange, but I absolutely love the yoke, and I tried it on and it was massive, which I'm not mad about because sometimes it's nice to have bigger jumpers. However, as I said, I want to have cardigans in my wardrobe, and since this is big, maybe I can stick it easily and then fold the stick. We'll see. but I'm very, very scared to stick these because it's a beautiful yoke and it took me a while to knit it, and the yarn, I love it. I'm using different yarns that I have been having in my stash, and I hand dyed. This one I used just some botanicals and walnut hulls that created this beautiful light brown. And this was another Lithuanian yarn from the store Yarn Home, which now is like a little company that has also a website. Before it was on Etsy only, and I love that store. I absolutely love it. It's also so affordable, and they have beautiful, beautiful rustic yarns. And I got lots of skeins of this light grey undyed rustic yarn, and I was knitting different jumpers with them, and I decided I am pretty done with grey, let me just dye it, and that's what I've done, and I'm so pleased with this color. And I decided to use it as a main color, and the rest are other beautiful little pieces of yarns, little scrap yarns that I have in my stash that I love. And you can check actually the previous video that I've made, podcast episode, and I talked about the different yarns I used on this pattern, and I absolutely love it, but I haven't been prioritizing it too much because I was like not sure about this body section. I think the sleeves I'll just knit them like plain stockinette with no collar work, because I'm getting a little bit annoyed with that collar work. But I'm not gonna rip it back. I think I really like that part. It's a bit crazy. First, let me show you this sock that I've been knitting. This is a gift. And I'm almost done with the first sock. I haven't really prioritized it too much, but I will. And it's beautiful yarn and a beautiful vanilla sock, I say. It's this burgundy red wine type of color. Just vanilla socks with 1x1 ribbing. And I'm using this beautiful yarn. This is called Bice or Bice, depending how you want to pronounce it, even though it's an Italian company. So I bet you pronounce it Bice. This is Borgo de Pazzi yarn, sock yarn, and I really like it. Now it's full of little mohair things for some reason, but I really, really love it, and it's so soft, so beautiful. I hope I'll manage to finish them quite soon. We'll see. But it took me 2 days to knit this one, and now I just stopped because I need to start the creases, the toes, the creases. Nice. So another gift knitting. Then we have another whip that I started yesterday. So it's basically nothing, but I finally started this project. It took me 8 months. My dad in February asked me if I could knit him a vest, a blue vest, simple vest. And I was like, yes, sure, let me find a yarn. And so I was giving him different options, and he picked this color and this yarn, which is a commercial yarn. I don't even want to tell you what brand this is. I guess you can guess it. It's Drops Alaska. I bought it in February, And then I had it in my stash for so long, and I was looking at it and feeling stressed. I don't want to knit on that. And then in the end, now his birthday is approaching, and I want to knit him this vest. So this is what I'm doing. And I started it yesterday evening. So I haven't knitted much, but it's pretty beautiful color. Beautiful color. This deep blue. And it's a nice, I mean, it's a, I don't know if it's a super washed yarn, but from Drops 2-ply, I think. Yes. And I'm knitting the Stockholm Slipover by PetiteKnit, which is an okay pattern. I feel really like I've been really searching for smaller designers men vest, and some of you suggested some, but in the end the look of the Stockholm Slipover by PetiteKnit was so on point what I wanted to create for him that I decided to cast on this. And I don't know, I feel a little bit bad when I support PetiteKnit. No, don't get me wrong, I think she's an amazing designer, and I've knitted some of her patterns. I think she's absolutely amazing designer. However, I would like to support smaller designers first, or mostly smaller designers, and then here and there support bigger designers. Not because I have any problems with people's success. I think that it's beautiful that she has so much success. I just would like other beautiful patterns and designers to be recognized. Gabriella from Merryweather Knitting Podcast, please support her. This is her first and only pattern she has released so far, and I love it. And yeah, I'm not absolutely against or judging anyone who wants to knit only PetiteKnit patterns. I think if you found a designer that you like, go for it. It's beautiful. As just for myself, I think I like to support more smaller designers, but yeah, that's basically that. But I'm really happy I'm knitting this. It's quite simple, quite intuitive. It's knitted from the top down, which I think is nice. I don't really like to knit bottom up, and I've been knitting many projects that are knitted bottom up. This project as well that I want to show you. This is another, I feel really boring because this is another of my mindless palette cleansers projects. When I have one skein that I love of a sport way, fingering way, sock way yarn, I always cast on a ripple bralette. That's what I love to do. I only basically wear ripple bralettes as undergarments and as garments in the summer, so I need more and I want more, and so I'm making another one, and it's so pretty. It's probably the most beautiful ripple bralette or ribbed tops I ever knitted because of the color and the yarn. This yarn is so special. I received it along with many other yarns a week ago. This beautiful soul, Valerie, contacted me and she said, I want you to try some of these yarns. Can I send them to you? And she just sent me some beautiful yarns and a beautiful bag. I'll show you towards the end of the video. And this was one of the skeins she sent me, and I saw it and I was like, I need to cast on something right now. And that's what I've done. I love it. The drape, it's such a pleasure to knit with this. So it's a sock yarn, but it's hand dyed with this beautiful, beautiful color. Oh my god, this beautiful golden, beautiful color. And I've cast on, I think, 150 stitches, so I'm just improvising. I'm not really following the Ripple Bralette pattern, but I already know it, and so I kind of modify it as I like it. So I cast on 150 stitches, something like that, and then I'm doing a 3x2 ribbing, not a 3x3. So knit 3, purl 2, because I like the look of the 3x2 ribbing more than a 3x3, if that makes sense. Then when it stretches, there are more like knitted stitches than purled ones. I love it. I don't know how much I have left, to be honest, but what I think I'll do is I'm gonna knit it, keep knitting on this for about 5, I think, more centimeters, and then I'm just gonna work on the front, and the back will be straight. How do you say? I won't increase anything. I won't increase the back panel. I will just have the stripes of the bralette going back. Does that make sense? Yeah, well, whatever. I love this. It's such a mindless knit. If I want to go out for a walk, I bring this fast. It's just knitting so fast. And I'm using needle size 3.5. Yes. So I received this yarn, and then last project that I am knitting, and it's kind of like a mindless project as well, is another watch cap hat by Purl Soho. This one, I'm not sure, maybe it will be a gift, maybe it will be for me, who knows. It's just that it's quite small and it's black. Not so fun, right? But I think it will be okay and quite versatile. This is another yarn that I got gifted. This month I was just blessed with gifts. 2 people contacted me and sent me amazing yarns. This is from a patron, Lover. She sent me beautiful yarns that she wanted me to try, and a needle set from Knit Picks. This is the cashmere iron. She sent me another 2 skeins of different colors of this yarn, Cashmerino Iron, and this is the black version. And this is 55% merino wool, 33% microfiber, and 12% cashmere. And this is 90 meters, 50 grams. I don't know if it would be enough, this black one. I don't think so, absolutely. But I was thinking to add maybe a white, so the top of the hat will be white and the ribbed brim will be black, maybe. Who knows? Another white yarn that I have in my stash, whatever. But I'm so glad and so grateful I received beautiful yarns this month. I feel I don't have so much money these days. We're doing a lot of things and a lot of things are happening, so I'm kind of on a budget, and I feel so blessed that I am receiving yarns and I'm not paying, even if I think I want to support more designers and more yarn companies, but I feel so blessed. I think the universe is very abundant, especially when we tune in into that abundance and with gratitude. I don't know if that makes sense for you, but I feel very grateful. And yeah, this is a watch cap hat by Purl Soho, 2x2 ribbing, 80 stitches, something like that, 2.5 millimeter needles. Like it. The only thing is black. I don't really wear so much black, but it's a staple color, I guess. So maybe I'll gift it, but it's quite small, so it needs to be for a person that has a small head. Yeah, so these are my to-go mindless type of knits. The socks, the ripple bralette, the hat, and the Slipover for my dad are quite faster project. In this basket, I keep like projects that are like want to pick quickly and knit on them a little bit, and then and have them. Yeah, I have them here because I want to prioritize them, I guess. So we have 6 work in progress projects, but I'm really learning to I think knitting teaches us so much, not only the material aspect of it and the fact that it makes us very independent and makes us create what we want and what we want to create and what we want to gift, but it also teaches us to think long term and to not, I think for me at least, it teaches me to think that I don't have to finish or start anything that I don't want to start or finish. I can have projects that are lasting months or years even if I don't want to pick them up. I can have them lying around unless I'm really like not feeling them and then frogging them, but I just want to knit the things I want to knit. Some projects will take a week or 2 days or 1 day. Some projects will take a year or 6 months or 2 months, who knows. There's no rush. And I hope you kind of will feel the same. Okay. I have another whip that I forgot I had, but I've knitted a little bit on it. Socks. This, I finished it and I showed it the other last time. For the calf, I followed a pattern called Magic Toadstool Socks and by Stone Knits. Love it. And I've used oh my god, I don't remember, alpaca and wool and nylon yarn for the main color, the green. I had it in my stash. It was from Drops, Nepal? No, I don't remember. It's the alpaca, wool and nylon Drops yarn in the color green. And for the other colors, I used some mini skeins that I got gifted by Ruby and Roses, Addy. And yeah, it's this beautiful light cream and this crazy, beautiful purpley yarn. And I've made some progress on the second one. But as you can see, I forgot to change the color for the little mushrooms up here. So the mushrooms are this beautiful cream, and this one, the mushrooms are purple. And I could frog it, but I couldn't be bothered. So I think I'll like it anyway, and I'll do some, stripes different in different ways we'll see. But I am knitting the heel, doing German short row heel, because that's my heel of choice. And I really like how soft these socks are. Love them. Absolutely love them. So slowly but surely, and yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to have them because they look so cute. But yeah, I'm knitting on the heel, and I think they will go quite fast. Yes. So that's my last whip. So we have 7 work in progress projects. Would you believe it? I have other lying around, like my massive cardigan that is looking at me right now. But it's gonna stay there for a while. I'm gonna prioritize gifts, especially my dad's vest. My dad's vest. My English, yeah. So I am gonna show you a little bit of acquisitions, not all the yarns that I received, but some, because I want to do some projects with them. So if it's not your cup of tea, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for being here. Otherwise, here we are. Valerie sent me this amazing knitting bag. I think it's so cute. I think it fell so, no, okay. So I'm gonna show you some of the yarns she sent me because they're very special. So this is a merino hand-dyed yarn. Merino zebra fingering hand-dyed, and is from the brand Flower Heel Fleeces. With this beautiful sheep. Look how cute this yarn is. It's very like super variegated. I don't know what I could make with this. I was thinking a hat. It's 437 yards and 100 grams. So, I mean, it's quite a lot of yardage, to be honest. Maybe it could be like a little collar work in a very simple jumper, but I don't know. I don't really know. It's so cute. The color is the color cows. And yes, so pretty. I don't really know. It could definitely be a hat. A crazy hat. We'll see. But look at the colors. Very autumnal. Very beautiful. Beautiful yarn. I mean, Valerie, I cannot thank you enough. Has also pocket here. Beautiful. Okay. Then she sent me the yellow one that I showed you with the ripple, that I'm knitting the ripple bralette. And then she sent me this super fun. This is a 75% brushed baby alpaca, suri alpaca, and 25% mulberry silk. So cool. It's like marshmallow. So cool. I am thinking to use my chunky needles, like size 8 millimeters, something like that, and knit like a very flowy top with it. Otherwise I could pair it, but I really would like it to be on its own, not really held with other fibers, to really feel how this feels, because I never tried brushed suri alpaca yarns. And it's a lace weight, it's 50 grams, 328 yards. And this is called, it's the color 089, I think. I think she's based in the US, so you could find some of these yarns in the US if you're from there. Super fine Yarn & Co. Handmade in Cleveland, Ohio. How fun is this yarn? How fun. So fun. This is another absolutely beautiful skein. Fingering weight. This is 60% superwash merino and 20% silk and 20% mohair. It's 100 grams, 383 yards, and the color is Autumn Field. Look how beautiful this label. Two Doves is the brand. And look at the joy. This is exactly like this color, they call it Autumn Field. It's exactly like an autumn field for me. And I'm just so in love. I have no idea what I will knit with this, but it's so beautiful. Maybe another hat. I just don't have hats. The one I knitted a month ago was the Sky Hill hat by Emily Foden in some leftover yarns, like a green, dark green, foresty green color. I loved it. I lost it. I can't find that hat. And it was my only hat. Like, I'm losing hats for myself. I don't have them, basically. That was my only hat. So either one or this other will be a hat. I was thinking this could be an Oslo hat or another ripple bralette, because yes. And but I think it would be a hat because it's too little yardage for a ripple bralette. Beautiful skeins. And then she sent me 2 more yarns. This is kind of falling a little bit apart. I need to put it together. She sent me 2 skeins of this beautiful, beautiful alpaca. This is a mix of alpaca and American wool. It's from the brand Quins & Co. And it's this beautiful gray. It's a laceway yarn, so I'll either hold it together with something or... Hello, Jenny, Jenny, Jenny Fuska. Hello, welcome. So, I was saying, Mita, this is a beautiful yarn I received. Very, very happy. Valerie sent me beautiful, beautiful, beautiful skeins of yarn. Can you please stay here with me? Stay here with me. What are you doing? You're so big. You grew pretty fast, Mita. For those who haven't seen our little creatures here, her name is Mita. Mita, say hi. Say hi. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. I don't know if I'll be able to hold it single. It's a laceway yarn, so I'll have to figure things out, but I have 2 skeins and it's quite some yardage. 240 yards or 220 meters. So I could make another ripple bralette or I could use it in a color work project. We'll see. We will see, but I love this. So, so pretty. All of these yarns. Valerie, like that. Thank you so very much. Your kindness, it's amazing, and I hope it will come back to you 100 times more. don't know. Thank you so very much. She sent me also some hand spun yarn. This is quite chunky. Hand spun, quite chunky, quite fun colors. This is merino, 2-ply hand spun by muchmoreandcraft.com. Yes, it's hand spun by an older lady, she told me, and Valerie made a big jumper for herself with this. I have 2 skeins and it's hand dyed, hand spun. It's so fun. I don't know, I think again I'll make a hat because it's quite chunky and I don't know what else I could use it for. My camera is dying. I'm sorry if I'm handing the video here so abrupt. You will find many information in the description box. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm sorry, my camera is dying. I need to manage the battery better. But thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you all for your beautiful comments and for the beautiful gifts that you give me. I hope one day I'll be able to give something back. And see you soon. Subscribe if you feel like doing and join us. We're having a nice time here, I hope. Sending you love. Bye.
Hej.